doing, Eddie?
Oh, I'm doing okay.
Good.
Is the family doing okay? The kids and everything?
Oh yeah, doing real good. Wide open, busy all the time, as usual.
Yeah.
Are you still doing the ghost investigating stuff?
Oh yeah. We still do it once in a while. What's going on?
Well, we've been in here about a few months back, and there's stuff over there on that side of the counter that just wanted to fly across the room. And then we hear stuff a lot, like stuff will fall off the shelves and everything up there. We're trying to figure out what in the world is going on. I told Chris he done made somebody mad.
Well, if it's just nobody's touching it,
No, not at all. We're both standing far away from it.
it's just flying across the room.
Yeah. We've been here in this shop for almost 3 years now, and we've been in here working. And my partner has had coin customers and stuff too, to where all of a sudden stuff on the wall or up on the shelves has flown from midway all the way over to the wall, just out of nowhere, for no good reason. And there's been several different times where stuff just decides it wants to come down, and we're all looking around like, what in the world is going on here? Mm-hmm. And then there's been several times early in the morning where there'll be one person in here working by themselves, and they start hearing stuff walking. It sounds like somebody walking around in the attic. So it's been several different occasions now over the last 2 years that we've noticed since we've just been in here. And a lot of it seemed to start when he brought his grandpa's old pictures in here on that cork board.
Okay.
And everybody in the pictures are deceased and haven't been around for several years now. And I always said, I think Pa's mad at you. And that's what I always tell Chris. And then there's also another picture, and y'all can go look at that in a minute.
Yeah, I'll take some pictures.
It's from the early to mid 1800s that he got in a collection one day that he bought. And that, for some reason, that thing doesn't like to stay in place.
Interesting. Keeps falling down.
It does.
Yeah.
And he went as far as nailing that cork board up to the wall because it moved so much. that was the thing that was sitting on the desk right over here, and the next thing you know, it was in the corner over there.
Oh, that's interesting.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
6-8 feet away.
Have you have anybody here heard anything? Heard any voices like when it's quiet here?
Not voices, but sounding like people shuffling papers and people walking around.
Okay.
And they've been on the other side working in the salon and walked over here just to see if me or my buddy was here.
Right.
So, and nobody's here.
And so this is the barbershop side, and then the other side is the salon. And so have they experienced anything over there as well?
The one person has. That's it. And he's the one that hears stuff all the time when he's in here by himself early in the morning.
We are at the barber shop. Now at this point, I'm not telling you which barber shop we're at, but we're at the barber shop. We may release the name later if we're allowed to. And there's been some weird things going on here for quite a while. Lots of stories from different people and some things moving and maybe hearing some odd noises and things like that. And I think there was somebody moving around up in the attic, but there wasn't anybody there. So we're going to check it out.
Anybody here with us? Can you tell us your name?
Do you love to dance? Do you love to dance? Do you love to dance?
Is it okay that we're here to visit you?
Go touch that little green light, it will not hurt you in any way, shape, or form. The other lights will light up like a Christmas tree. It lets us know you're here.
My name is Michael. Eddie, state your name.
Name. I'm Eddie.
And I'm Jeff.
What's your name?
And who are you?
I'm Willie.
He's with.
What's your name? Can you tell us your name? Can you give us a sign or a message that you're here with us? A tapping, a banging sound, any kind of sound you want to make. And that has in
Hit
the
it right.
past, yeah.
But no, it was heavier, like the book stuff.
Yeah.
that was
Very
sitting out
interesting.
there.
So just for the camera, I'm noting that Willie had noticed that one of these display frames was hanging off the shelf, and we just tried to recreate it, and it's very hard. Oh, yeah, thought radio's going off.
Yep.
So that's interesting. Maybe we're going to ask the question, did you move that thing on the shelf? Yeah, there shouldn't be any static over there.
It was just going,
Interesting. So who's around us here?
That's Jeff talking in the background.
So I'm over here by the cork board in the picture. It doesn't want to stay on the wall.
So Willie, what did you say happened when I asked about illness the second time?
the second time I heard,
You heard the word
I
yes.
did hear yes. I didn't hear it the first time, but then the second
When
time I heard it.
you asked it, then I heard the yes.
And it sounded like it was coming from right here.
So the first time you heard
Yeah, I heard it.
the word yes.
I was sitting back over there.
When we asked about illness.
You asked
And
about illness.
you heard it the
I
second
was sitting over here and it sounded like it comes from right around here.
A breathy yes.
And it was yes.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we've captured that. That'd be cool. So all these little things that add up over time. And so that cork, the entire cork board flew off the wall.
It was sitting leaned back against the wall
Okay.
on this desk, but it was over there in the center.
So it wound
It went
about 5 or 6 feet away from the desk.
at least, it
Yeah.
went to the corner. That was the.
And even if it fell off the desk, it could only hit the floor.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be going 5 or 6
It
feet.
wouldn't, it wouldn't have went sideways going that way either.
Right,
It would have
right.
fell forward, but
Yeah,
that was the farthest I saw it move before.
Yeah, that's
Before it
interesting.
came straight off the front and went straight down to the floor, but just a few feet away. That's why it's nailed up now.
So Willie, you sat in with us that night that we came and investigated. What was your take on that night and what we captured?
I thought it was pretty cool just because I've always been curious anyways about it, and to actually get some actual results and stuff on the recordings, man, that was pretty neat because I figured, well, we're going to come up here and sit for a few hours and nothing's going to happen. Everybody's going to think we're crazy because we've been talking about it all, the last few years. But it was fun to me because I've always watched and enjoyed watching paranormal investigation stuff anyways. So it was fun to actually get to come up here and do it and get y'all up here with the proper equipment and everything to actually see what's going on.
That's right. What did you think about that? The photos that we captured.
The pictures were crazy. I'd never imagined we'd see somebody standing behind you, actually looking like over your shoulder or anything like that, and their faces in the mirrors too. I didn't expect to actually pick something up like that at all. It was like when we walked outside for a while and everything started going nuts in here, and as soon as we came back inside, it just got quiet. Yep. Nothing happened here.
And that's exactly our main intent. That's why we did that.
Yeah.
But and to have that radio set up and started going crazy, and that only picks up on energy. So
yeah, that was wild.
Something was going back and forth in here, and it was definitely interesting.
They're probably trying to see what the heck we were doing.
Yeah. Well, I feel that photo that we captured over there, I felt the first shot, he was actually looking over my shoulder, looking into my screen.
Yeah. You say, hey, what is that there?
Yeah,
what are you
you
doing?
see he's looking right in the screen, but that second picture where he's kissing,
Yeah.
looks like kissing an old lady.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell that is. But
Right.
To me, that's one of the creepiest faces I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was wild.
So pretty wild.
Yeah.
But we really appreciate you having us come in and being part of our group and sitting in with us. So
Oh, yeah.
We really appreciate it.
I enjoy it.